So there's this famous old saying out there, it goes a little something like, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And it seems like a lot of sneakerheads felt this yesterday, as a lot of people were highly disappointed in yesterday's big sneakers app release. Plus, it looks like Nike has reached a $1 million settlement with one of their biggest bootleggers. And of course, we're talking Adidas YEEZY. Guys, if you enjoy these updates, please help support the channel by hitting the like button down below. And to begin, let's go ahead and kick things off with game one of the NBA Conference Finals, which we saw last night. Anthony Edwards was debuting the slime green colorway of the AE1 Low, which has been an undeniable hit this year. We're all just sitting back waiting patiently for Adidas to finally drop at least one of these colorways of the AE1 Low. But unfortunately, his performance was actually overshadowed by Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks, who took home the W. Kyrie was rocking this new Native American themed colorway of the Anta Kai 1, which even after taking his talents from Nike over to Anta, it seems like they can't keep these releases on the website, as every pair has seemed to sell out really fast. And I know y'all noticed these Anta branded socks, which apparently is a code violation from the NBA, and word on the streets is that Anta is paying the hefty fine each night for Kyrie to rock their branded socks. And of course, we can't forget about that boy Luka, who had a calm 33 points last night. Now, while I can't really get a clear shot of his sneakers on feet, Nike and Jordan Brand did recently debut the Luka 3, which is said to be inspired by some type of car design. So this wouldn't be the first basketball sneaker inspired by a car design. So let me know what you guys think about these joints. Now, this next story has been picked up by all of the major sneaker outlets, and apparently Nike has reached a $1 million settlement against Kool Kai for their copy infringement lawsuit, which was originally filed all the way back in November of 2022. So on top of this $1 million fine, Kai is now prohibited from selling his current design. So they're referring to the Air Kai, which is basically a knockoff version of the Jordan 1 High. He's also been dropping knockoff Jordan 1 Lows as well. So I would say, as far as this $1 million fine, while it sounds like a lot, but I would say to Kool Kai, this could probably be more like pocket change, as it seems like he's made a small fortune off of these knockoff bootleg Jordan 1s, so much that he even recently flexed a picture of his Maybach via social media. So I would say Kai may not be too concerned about this. While he hasn't actually issued an official statement, it looks like he has responded with a laughing emoji to his Instagram stories. And on top of that, he's teasing his new releases, which look very similar to the Jordan 1 Low, I would say myself. And he's also teasing an upcoming Kai 1 Charlotte colorway, which is set to drop in less than 2 days. So I don't think Nike's gonna be too happy about this one. And as far as yesterday's big sneakers app release, we had weeks of anticipation leading up to this drop. Two of the hottest releases of the summer dropping in the J Balvin Jordan 3 Rio, as well as the Futura SB Dunk Lows. Now, I tried to warn you guys in advance that these releases were gonna be extremely limited. Apparently the J Balvins, we had less than 6,000 pairs available, while the Futuras had roughly somewhere around 13,000 pairs available for the US sneakers app release. So I would say, based off the amount of entries, I think we saw probably a lot more L's than W's, right? So I take this back to that conversation where a lot of these new age sneakerheads have been complaining that recently Nike's been killing resale, either with the fact that they're dropping too many pairs, too much stock, or they're bringing back too many classic restocks, stuff like that. So again, let's take this back to the conversation of be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. And it seems like moving forward, as far as a lot of these high profile collaborations from Nike and Jordan Brand, stock numbers will be very low. But the good thing is that, as we've seen throughout this year, Jordan Brand has still been releasing plentiful stock numbers when it comes to a lot of their classic retro releases. So I think pretty much to sum things up here in 2024, if a sneaker is extremely limited, everybody wants it. But if a release is a GR or plentifully available, nobody wants it. And lastly, we're talking Adidas and YEEZY. So recently it was discovered that apparently Adidas will be resuming YEEZY sales beginning on May 27th, and they have releases planned to resume throughout the duration of June. So it looks like, based off this internally leaked document, we have a total of 8 days of releases planned, with apparently over 75 different styles of Yeezys dropping throughout that duration. So I feel like this is absolutely insane. And based off Adidas claims that apparently they have roughly a little over $200 million worth of Yeezy releases here, I would say, based off, if you're gonna spread that between all of these different pairs, I would say the stock numbers for these releases are probably gonna be extremely low. And then as we saw for the last Adidas Yeezy drop, Ye came out and told his fans essentially that he wasn't being paid by Adidas for these drops and to essentially boycott the drop. So it'll be interesting to see how this release goes, especially with so many classic pairs releasing. I think a lot of fans, will have a hard time holding back on classic pairs like the Wave Runner. We also see the 350 V2 red stripe. You got new slides and foam runners and some really cool Yeezy boots dropping. So I want to see how this whole thing goes down. Reportedly, things will begin coming up next Monday, May the 27th. So it's going to be a very interesting moment. And I feel like with all of these drops going down via the Confirmed app, it's going to be chaotic and probably shut down the entire app and everything like that, especially if this is the final Yeezy drop. So for me, I would have much more preferred for them to like spread things out throughout the duration of the year. We had the big drop for Q1. I felt like for a business sense, it would make sense for a big drop for Q2, but Adidas should hold some of these joints back. That way they can boost up the numbers for Q3 and Q4. But apparently with this big blowout drop like this, maybe Adidas is just planning on dropping all of these and then kind of moving on to, to their next big thing. So we'll see how it all goes down. And on top of the conversation about these pairs being put on sale, Adidas did put out a statement previously saying that they would be selling and moving the inventory at least at cost, which led a lot of YouTubers to put out like this false information saying that Adidas was going to be putting these on sale, putting out thumbnails with big sale signs on Yeezy. So I just want to say all that information is just absolute cap, and don't bank on any of these joints being on sale, as so far we've seen Adidas drop every single pair at full price, even the 700s at the full 300, where in the past over the last couple of years we've even seen them reduce those to $260. So unless you guys hold out on these, Adidas is going to drop these at full price. I mean, they're a corporation. Why wouldn't they want to make maximum profits? And I feel like the only way we'll see some of these pairs go on sale is if you guys don't buy them, and eventually they'll have to discount them just to move the inventory. So we'll get a good indication of how things go down, as it looks like reportedly these Yeezy sales will be resuming coming up here on Monday. So let me know what you guys think about it. Are you excited for pairs to be coming back? Are you boycotting this release? Let me know what you think down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please help support the channel by hitting the thumbs up button. So we're gonna wrap things up right here. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Love.